we're calling, we got out of executive session at about 7:12.
Your screen's on. I don't know if that means anything too.
Yeah, that's just his. And we didn't vote on anything, so we're just gonna continue on with the meeting. So, where are we?
Public work, correspondence.
Correspondence. So, finished folk dance, Saturday, October 12th, 2 to 5 p.m., $5 at the door, music and dancing. Apex, client executive report. Announcements, the playground is done and open.
It's no longer stay off the playground until it cures.
It just opened at like 3:30, 4 o'clock today, and
Nice.
the second we walked away, all the kids were already coming. And yeah,
Did you do a ribbon cutting?
we are going to do a ribbon cutting, but we don't have a date yet, and you'll know when it is.
And you know where to get the giant scissors.
Yeah. So we are working with the rec commission to come up with a date for ribbon cutting.
So this is the soft open.
Yeah, that's the soft open.
Can it smash a juice box on it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So public works report, I don't have anything. Traffic authority. No, it's just, we're still working on putting the school signs up. Just a couple of.
On the signs, it was when I stopped by the garage to talk to the guys about the other thing I was working on.
Yes, the programming of them, because there's, it's cloud-based and there's online webinars to do that they'll send to us. I was gonna do it and, like at the school, because it can be done, I want the school to be doing it. So the only thing is, we have to figure out how to set it up and everything, which is probably in the webinar. So if you, I can send you the webinar information too, if you want to look at it.
Yep, because it was when I was over there, like,
They were like, we already asked Skip. I'm like, well, I already had, like, Mike's gonna be in charge of it, but.
No, that's
Mike doesn't
awesome.
even really know that yet, but.
no, that's
Oh, yeah.
awesome because just from the little bit I looked at, there should be not just hours, but the full calendar year. So that, you know, June when school gets out, we don't still have the flashing light saying, you
No,
know,
it's
slow
all
down.
computer-based.
Yeah.
And it's all cloud-based, and the hours have to, I have to get the hours approved through the state, so the hours are already, we've got to program in. The whole device only works during the school hours, so even the speed reader only works during when the sign's activated, so people because it's right in front of someone's house over here, he doesn't have to worry about it going off, like flashing all day and all night. It's only gonna be going off like when school's in session, so.
Well, more reason for them to come in and talk to us.
Midnight,
the thing's going off, the truck's brakes going.
No, it's actually a different resident, but. So, yeah, we just got a couple of glitches there with, the call before you dig reports, trying to decipher them, and, the size of the signs is a larger piece, and we're just trying to figure out, if the call before you dig stuff.
Yeah.
And then like, we also had a question today about, the sidewalks, because one of the things, this is down further, but I'll talk about it now. For the community connectivity grant and the trip grant for the sidewalk, the trip grant's the sidewalk one, right? Because we're doing the two projects together. The engineer we have a meeting with them. I don't know when. I don't know if that one's tomorrow or the water one's tomorrow, but we have a meeting coming up to go over their study, and their recommendation is to, instead of putting in sidewalks on the other side of the road, all the way up front here, where are we, in front of the school, and is to fix the sidewalks that you don't like and make them ADA compliant and safe. So we
Never require a jackhammer and pulling off the concrete out.
So we would use the money to make the existing sidewalks ADA compliant and safe, and add the extension of the the sidewalks on the other side of the road, by like Two Brothers down, like what we originally planned, so
On which side of the road?
the other side,
Opposite Two Brothers.
opposite Two Brothers.
So you're gonna have to cross over that intersection.
Yeah, there would be like safety lights and all that stuff, so that's all part of the plan and funding.
So we'd have to change it from the flashing.
No, that would still be there, like, that's the details that they're gonna go over at the meeting, so I don't know all that yet, but that's the original, that's where the plan's heading now. We haven't actually met with them to talk about it, they just sent it all and said this is what we're looking at.
And when's the meeting for that?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know.
Which one?
The sidewalk
Sidewalks.
one. I don't know if we picked a date on that one. I think the one tomorrow is
Tomorrow's trip. Tomorrow's the time.
tomorrow's the sidewalk.
Both of them are tomorrow.
And the water one
One's at
too.
9 and one's at 10.
Okay. Finance report. The only thing is a memo from the tax collector.
Did you
Saying that we're
line,
ahead.
Frederick?
I didn't see it. It wasn't in the,
It was. Wasn't it attached? It was already attached to the.
no, there was nothing
No.
attached. There was nothing attached to the agenda when I went in there. Cause I printed the agenda and there was no like.
Okay, that was on my screen.
Yeah.
It was, all right, I should print it out.
But, we have from the tax collector, her report on September, that, she's working on motor vehicle delinquents. We are ahead 217+ thousand of September of last year, to the mill rate increase permit.
Interesting. I had them all on there, but it didn't come up through those.
Yeah. So that's her report. We're getting those printed, but I'll move on.
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
So because it's the expenditure report and for as of October. There's nothing special there. Treasurer's report. He just put the interest down. We've earned September 17,495, year to date 48,000. Interest rates are going down. Obviously, they already went down 50 basis points, but they're still decreasing. I think that this is. He says it's still at 5 here, but I'm pretty sure it went down lower than that now. We're working on having a next week, I think, to figure out the banking providers. We're talking about switching banks for better service, better rates and whatnot. We're gonna sit down next week before the next elections meeting and come up with a recommendation for you guys on which one we think would be the better. And that's it.
Riveting.
Any questions about any of that?
No.
ARPA funds, no update. Municipal Complex improvement projects, I don't know where they are on that. The doors have been done. Have they done the basement or anything yet?
The basement is all cleaned out. It's scheduled for pros to come in and clean out next week, and then the week after they'll do painting. So that'll be completed. The electrical stuff is completed. We are trying to work on getting the last punch list here, and then there's a little pad out by the library that's going to be poured, and then we're down to the last $5,000. We've got to figure out an awning or something, and then we'll be done with that.
The CHIP grant and the community connectivity grant I just mentioned, and also the playground. New business,
And the old playgrounds have
Oh, yeah,
got
the
new
old-
homes.
the old playgrounds were removed over the weekend, 2 churches, the Baptist church and the church in Griswold.
Congregational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No?
In Griswold, it's,
It's not
on
the congregation.
201.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I can't remember the name of the church. But they came and they dismantled everything. And all we had left to do was remove the concrete, from
The foundation for the
boulder,
bowl, yeah.
and level it out and everything. But they did a great job. I was pretty impressed that they got it all done. So next we have the appointment to the library board of trustees. We had two people, Ann Lamberton and Stacy Curry, who submitted interest. These were given to the library board of trustees, and they recommend that Ann Lamberton be appointed.
There's only one position.
This is the other big one position. So I would recommend following their recommendation and appointing Ann Lamberton to the library board.
So moved.
Motion's been made and seconded. Is there any first, is there any discussion? Yeah, motion's been made and seconded to
Appoint Ann.
appoint Ann. Is there any discussion?
I don't know any members of the states of Curry should have been next to the trustee, but that's their board.
Same.
So all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so Ann's been appointed. Next, we have the building department refund policy. So this came about because we had someone that had paid for a permit and then never wanted their money back, so they decided not to do it. We actually never had a policy for this, so this is a policy under the recommendation of the land use department. So we just need to,
We're not gonna refund money under $100. It's gonna be simply paying for a permit for $90. I don't know why. If somebody had a permit fee of $90, we're not gonna refund that. But if somebody had a permit fee that was $110, they get all of it back.
well, I think that,
Shouldn't we just simply say that, you know, we'll refund the money?
well, I
less?
think this is why, is because if the permit fee is under $100, you're covering the cost of the work of the people in the building for the permit. So
Sure, I understand that.
like, say you have the building officer that's going out there while the permit's being issued. So I think they're suggesting that the $100, less than $100 would go towards like the work that they did.
Sure.
So
And
that's why.
that's the point that I'm arguing as
Yeah.
well too, that if somebody had a permit for $90, they're getting nothing back, but if somebody had a permit for $110, they're getting all 110 back.
Right.
If somebody wants a refund, we'll
It should be
refund your money.
$300.
It
less.
should be, yeah,
Less
like
than
less
$100.
$100.
Well, if that's what you want to do.
That would simply be my suggestion, because as you look at this, somebody $105 permit, they get 105 back. Somebody who pays $95 gets nothing back.
So refunds will be
What's an
issued.
administrative
This is
charge?
what other towns do. That's where we got it from. So.
Well, we're smarter than that.
I don't know. if we
Careful,
wanna-
careful, careful.
I don't know if we want to make it more challenging to like
Well,
make it like that.
It's
so.
simply a handling fee. Hey, I went down to DMV to get my registration printed. They charged me $20 to print out a piece of paper and walk.
If you had a
3 feet to
refund,
pick
would
it
you
up.
get your $20 back?
No, but what I'm saying is, you know, if I can understand a processing fee, and if you want to call it a $100 processing fee, hey, your refund was less than $100. We're not going to charge you $20 more than the $80 that the refund was for. But if somebody had a
So Jim, I'm going to challenge you on this one
okay,
for the sake of simplicity.
okay.
We set a threshold, it's either above or below the threshold. Otherwise, it's,
Okay.
Can I just say this is the first time I've ever seen it happen?
Yeah, it's never happened. It's not like it's gonna happen all the time.
Okay.
Says here, 7.5.
how much was the expected refund to the individual who said, oh, no, I'm not gonna do it?
I don't even remember.
Was it over or under $100?
It was 300.
No, okay.
That's why they put a time limit on it too, because some people have permits out there for like ever.
Well, and the funny thing.
I'm not gonna comment on that at all.
They changed their mind and they're actually doing the process, so they didn't even actually get the refund.
Yeah, they didn't even want the refund after we did all this stuff. But then we realized we didn't have a policy, so we need to put one in place.
So Jim, I acknowledge your point that it does not
Oh,
seem
yeah.
like it is fair and equitable, but in terms of having a simple policy that's easy to follow, I like this one.
We haven't
Yeah, it never
actually
happened.
refunded anybody.
Works for me, whatever you want to do.
All right, so do we want to vote on it or do we want to come back to it?
Vote on it. Motion moved.
Second,
All right, so the motion's been made and seconded to approve the permit fee refund policy as recommended by the land use office. Any discussion?
No.
no,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Opposed, carrying none, it's approved. All right,
Do we want to go back to the finance director's report?
Well,
Or we skipped
I
it?
said it, I just gave
Oh,
it
she
a stop.
said-
Oh, okay, sorry.
so next.
Gave handouts, I was like, wait, what?
Next, we have appointment to the Valentine Water Study Committee, which is Phil Delisle. So we had, we were looking for someone to be on the committee that lived in the owned property in Bennett Circle area, and he owns quite a few, so he's perfect for this. So I would recommend appointing him.
Second. Moved.
Moved,
Okay, is there any discussion on that?
no,
Nope, so all in favor of appointing Phil Delisle to the Water Study Committee, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Opposed, hearing none, he's appointed. All right, last but not least, driveway applications. All right, so we have several things here. The first part is I have driveway applications that were expired or close to expiring. They're only good for 1 year, the permits, and these were, some of these are quite a few times, like years old. So my recommendation is to approve, and I actually called all these people and talked to them. And they were fine with having it being extended for another year. So I have Misty Garrison, 168 Brown Road, Glenn Jacobson, 331 Chippewa Turnpike, George Sullivan, 189 Little Ridge Road, and Alex Pearl, 180 and 136 James Road. And that's to extend their application a year to expire on 10/1/2025.
You want to just do all of them as one? We
We
can
can
vote
do
on
that,
all of them.
yeah. So, and then the next one is driveway bond release. These are permits that have been completed. Their driveways have been inspected. So that's 258 Condon Road and 5 Bassett Mill Road, and that's to release their bond.
Which is it, is that still
$1,000,
$1,000?
yeah. And then the last one is new driveways to receive their permit. These have gone out and been inspected by Public Works, and they were each given recommendations for their driveway construction, and that's 55 Bennett Circle and 24 Bassett Mill Road. So that's to approve for them to have a permit for construction.
I make a motion to approve all driveway items.
Second.
Okay, so motion's been made and seconded to approve the all items as discussed. Is there any more discussion on that?
No.
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And I think that's all.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.